I don't think so. I'll tell you, Lulu, this tropical sun really makes a man come up with a powerful thirst. Not combing the whole damn resort looking for you-know-who.
At least we visited the pool and the beach and the garden. Come on. Now, Rog, don't drink too much of that passion fruit punch, because you know what that does to you.
I sure do, honey bunch. You know, I can think of a lot better ways to spend a long tropical summer night than sitting around the lobby reading fishing magazines.
Oh, Rog, you are such a bad boy. Oh, settle down. Just settle down. Oh, stop that. Just stop that. There'll be time for that later. After we found, you know who. Ain't this the life, little Lou? What's wrong with this guy? He never comes out of his room?
I don't understand. Last night it seemed a sure bet that he'd be in a card game or with some fast women. But if it's a party, it's one hell of a party, because he ain't come up for air all day.
Yes, just a moment.
Hold on a second. I think it just
Yes.
did.
Yes, Mr. Harris. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Harris. I'm so sorry. Well, you've had great success, no? I mean, the fish jump out of the water into your boat, right? I mean, the fish are honored to be caught by such an important person, right?
The catch has been sent around to the kitchen. Make sure that they prepare the bonito for my dinner.
Bonito. It will be my pleasure, sir.
Bartender, Cuba Libre, make it snappy.
That's it. You don't have to fight it, sweetheart. Slow and steady.
I just spoke to Simone. Why didn't you let us know?
Well, you guys had left on your weekend and you needed that. And everything was being done here that could be done.
Simone said Maxie's hanging in.
How much more can her little heart take? It's working so hard. And I can see her heart jumping inside her chest every time she tries to breathe. I find myself trying to breathe for her.
Alicia, you look beat. Couldn't Max spell you for a while?
He's doing something for Maxie. He went to go look for Frisco to bring him home.
Welcome to war-torn Somalia. Sure know how to pick 'em, Frisco. Damn. Here we go.
So, was it your idea finding Frisco?
Mac convinced me that Frisco should at least know what's going on. I think I was just afraid to put Frisco's love to the test on Maxie You know, it's been almost 2.5 years since he's seen her. And aside from the fact that he's only sent this teddy bear, who knows? He could have fallen off the face of the earth. So now Mac is trying to find him in some top-secret location. I just hope that he doesn't get his teeth kicked in for trying.
And how do you feel about seeing him?
I can't feel anything. I have to be strong for Maxie. And you know what? It wouldn't take much for me just to fall apart at the seams.
Felicia, you need to lean on your friends. And I mean it. I am really sorry that we were away. If we had known...
No, don't you do that. It's okay. Is everything okay between you and Bobby?
Yeah, we're working on it. So any change here?
I don't think so. If only the pneumonia would respond to the antibiotics. But Monica says now that they can't do a bypass surgery. So the only hope now is to do a heart transplant. But they can't start actively looking for a donor until her lungs are clear. So in the meantime, if she gets a blood clot, she'll die in a second. It's just so unreal to me. I just can't believe it.
No, I can't believe it either. Maxie, it's your Uncle Tony. You know you have a pretty incredible mom. You know that, though, don't you? She is doing everything she can to help you get well. You hang in there, okay? Can you do that for your mommy?
Heart failure. Oh, dear God. How did this happen to Maxie? A short time ago, she was running around as healthy and as happy as BJ. I mean, I understand the medical answer to this, but I'm having a real hard time with my professional objectivity.
Well, you haven't heard the worst yet.
She hasn't been turned down for transplant.
No, but it really amounts to almost the same thing. I got the results from the team's report, and I haven't said anything to Felicia yet. But we really have been thrown a curve. I mean, we know Maxie's blood type is O positive. But with their extensive testing and their cross-matching, they have found out that she has a very rare recessive small p gene.
I read about that in a medical journal. One of the serum proteins.
Yes, it's new research, really. I mean, most people just have the big P, and a lot of people do have one small p gene. But 1% of the population has both small p genes.
And Maxie has two recessive small p gene.
Got that right?
That's critical.
Well, you know, we always take a chance with incompatibilities. But this would be major organ rejection, and that would be death.
That makes it almost impossible to find a match.
Odds are tough.
How much more is Felicia supposed to be able to take?
I don't know, Bobby. I don't know. The situation just keeps getting worse and worse.
Oh, wow. You know, I'm trying to imagine how it would feel right now if this were happening to BJ, and I can't because my brain just shuts down. Thank goodness Mac is such a tower of strength. He'll help her through this.
Well, you can't at the moment.
Don't tell me.
Oh, no. They're fine. I mean, they're solid. He's just decided that Frisco should know what's going on, so he set out to find him.
What?
Well, come on, Bobby. I mean, he is Maxie's father.
Oh, and what has Felicia been doing for the last 2.5 years? Raising that child all alone?
Okay, but he does have a right to know.
If you ask me, he forfeited his parental rights a long time ago. And if he comes waltzing back, instant father, exuding all of that irresponsible charm. It's just going to give Felicia one more thing to have to deal with. Oh, Mac. Why couldn't he have left well enough alone?
Get out of the car.
Ashley! 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 Qu'est-ce qu'il y a là-bas? Ashley! Ashley! Qu'est-ce qu'il y a là-bas? Thanks for the welcome, you pretty boys. Now I know I'm in the right place. State of the art. Who's your supplier? Boy, my boy's charm to get out of here, huh?
Is this your first time in San Joaquin?
What gave me away?
The camera. And besides, I know all the beautiful women on the island, and we haven't met.
We have names.
Jack Harris, at your service. May I sit down?
Looks like our friend has been distracted, but I can't get a good look at by who.
I'll leave it to Frank to make a move on the longest legs in the place. Honey, I said the longest, not the sexiest. The longest. The golden gams really look good. Perched up here on this bar stool. Let's see what the old boy's saying. Maybe he picked up a good come-on line in prison.
Don't waste your film. They've plenty of videos at the front desk that show all the sights and sounds of San Joaquin, unless you're a professional photographer. But with your kind of looks, I have a feeling you're in front of the camera more than... let me guess, you're a model. An actress.
Well, actually, I have done just a little bit of TV.
Well, maybe I've heard of you. I have a lot of connections in show business. What's your name, beautiful lady?
We finally got around to asking her name, and you... Oh, my God, you wouldn't believe who he's made a move on.
Your eyes just bugged out. No pun intended.
Honey, the longest legs in the place belong to your friend and mine, Miss Elsie Mae Krumholtz.
So you really think that I need a stage name?
I do. And I think maybe I can help you come up with something.
Are you in show business?
Not exactly.
Oh, you certainly are handsome enough to be an actor. But actually, I think you're too smart. Let me see. A banker?
In a way.
Oh, how exciting.
This really throws a wrench in the works.
A serious wrench. I mean, think about it. Tiffany followed us here, but how did she know? How did she know where we were headed?
Donnelly. He must have found out somehow.
He'd never risk dragging her into this. She must have done it on her own.
Well, then where is the fuzz?
Over there, behind the palm.
Do you think he knows that's his wife Frank's drooling over?
I don't think he's got a clear line of vision to her.
Well, if he figures it out, he's gonna arrest, book, and charge him before he decks him.
Sean doesn't have any jurisdiction here in San Joaquin.
Why, the point is not his jurisdiction. The point is that once Frank finds out that his little cozy paradise has been compromised, he's gonna be mad as hell. And who do you think he's gonna think about the cops down here? Oh, man, this really screws this up.
Oh, no, it can't be. Oh, no.
You know, I don't know if it's this rum punch or this fresh air and tropical sunshine, but I feel completely uninhibited.
You know, they have a law on this island. You're not allowed to be uninhibited by yourself. Now, don't laugh. They'll have to throw you in the clink for that one.
Oh, my heavens, whatever shall I do?
Don't tell me an attractive woman like you is traveling alone.
Well, as a matter of fact, I am.
I can't believe it.
Well, I guess you'll just have to report me to the authorities then.
I have a better idea. As long as you're with me, you're not breaking the law.
Oh, my goodness, then you cannot leave my side for a second, Mr. Harris.
I wouldn't dream of it. And it's Jack.
Ooh, Jack. So, you tell me how long you've been here?
I'm on an extended vacation.
That is so nice. You know, actually, I noticed that the concierge just fell all over himself when you walked in. Now, just tell me something. Are you somebody very important?
You know, I wish that you would just think of me as plain old Jack.
Yeah. You can never be just plain old anybody. So, tell me, Jack, tell me, are you planning on spending all of your vacation time here from San Joaquin?
Oh, well, that depends.
On what?
Baby, it looks like she's pumping him like an oily well.
Yeah, except that she's an expert at the information game, and he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he also probably doesn't know she's the police commissioner's wife.
What do you think he'd do to her if he found that out?
Tiffany, stop acting like Brenda Starr and get the hell out of there. Come on. You know, the sunset from my patio is a sight not to be missed. Shall we adjourn to my suite for a little champagne?
That would be so nice. You know, my room has a view of the parking lot.
Well, I hope you'll avail yourself of my view while you're here, Maggie May. Send a bottle of champagne up to my suite on the double. Here, let me.
Oh, thank you very kindly.
There goes Donnelly.
From the look on his face, he knows that that's Tiffany, but I don't think she knows that he knows. This is getting very complicated.
Yeah, it's gonna get more complicated. Let's go.
Hey, Bobby, listen, I shouldn't have hit you with this all at once. I'm sorry.
Imagine how overwhelmed Felicia must feel.
Yeah.
Well, Tony's in there with her now, so I'll give him a few minutes before I make an appearance. That calm energy of his works wonders. I should know.
My. Hearing you talk about your husband that way, I all of a sudden see you positively glow.
Well, sometimes I think Tony's too good to be true.
Then I can take it the weekend got you both back on track. I can't I? Hello?
I don't know. I wish it were that simple.
Ah, come on, that resort sounded so romantic.
Yeah, well, maybe that was the problem. All of that atmosphere made it such a big deal. I started feeling guilty.
Excuse me, Bobby, but you were with your husband.
Yeah, but you weren't alone.
Well, come on now. Don't you tell me that Damian Smith showed up.
Oh, no, not in person. But he was there. And the more I tried not to think about him, the more I did.
Look, you were the one that told him to get lost.
Oh, yeah, but not quite that boldly. I asked him to respect my marriage. He seemed to have no problem with that.
So What is your problem?
If I'm brutally honest,
Huh?
I miss the attention. I mean, it was kind of fun having this very attractive man show up. I never knew what he was going to do to try to woo me. I mean, let's face it, Monica. Being pursued by a very attractive man is great for the ego. Anyway, back to reality. We have plenty of reality to deal with, that's for sure. Yeah. I wonder if Frisco will come back.
Hi. My tire blew. I'm looking for a friend of mine. An Anglo. Goes by the name of Diego. You know where I can find him? Good. Let's hop in. Lead the way.
I do like a tall woman. It's a better fit.
Yes, I have actually been told that.
Here we are.
Oh, 41. 41, that's my lucky number.
Yeah, you're right, Maggie May.
Well, I must say that I am looking very forward to seeing that sunset from your patio.
Well, we've got all night.
Oh, yeah.
When room service gets here, make sure you knock before they enter.
Well, Stupendo left my key in the bar.
How do we get Tiffany out of there?
We think of something. Fast. And simple. I'm thinking.
You know, some days I would just like to be an accountant dealing with nice, concrete numbers. That's it.
Ah, come on. Accountants have their days, too.
Such a tough one with Maxie, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It really is. But that is my field. I can handle that, I hope. Advising Bobby is where I'm at a loss. All I want is for Damian Smith to be tarred and feathered.
I thought that situation had been resolved.
What? Not by a long shot.
But Tony was so upbeat after their weekend.
Well, it just shows how good Bobby is at covering up her true feelings.
Are you sure about this? I mean, Bobby's too smart to mess up her whole life for a weasel like Damien.
I think that's part of the attraction, my friend. Damien has made her feel that she is pure of heart. She's very noble. She's also very sexy and desirable. It's a pretty heady combination for anybody. Come on. And with Bobby's background, it's positively addictive.
Are you sure? I mean, what is Damien up to? I mean, he's never done anything in his life without a self-serving motive. I mean, why is she so important to him? What does he want from her?
Nothing, he says. I mean, not anymore. He's promised that he won't see her, and he has kept his promise.
It's a ploy.
Of course it's a ploy.
Doesn't make any sense, Monica. There are hundreds of eligible women here in this town, and I'm not saying that Bobby isn't funny and sexy and smart, because she's all of those things, but why her?
Why him?
God, I just love that man. He epitomizes to me the ultimate in hypocrisy and dishonesty. I'm telling you, whatever snake charm he's using on Bobby, it is pure evil. Someday, somehow, Monica, I'm going to drive Damian Smith out of Port Charles.
Well, that's the most cheerful thing I have heard all day.
are they?
Well, Maxie's holding her own, but Felicia's fading fast. I'm surprised she can still stand.
She's about to get a body blow. Monica just told me that Maxie's transplant evaluation revealed a small P factor.
That's bad news.
Have you been tested for that?
No. And you're right, it's a genetic anomaly, and it can affect blood transfusions. BJ should be checked for it.
Oh, you both should, right away. I'll tell you, if something like this happens, I get paranoid.
What day is this? You know, tonight is BJ's school open house.
Oh, my goodness. I'll get somebody to...
No, you stay. Okay? Because I got a feeling Felicia's going to need you. I can get away shortly.
Okay. BJ will love having her daddy all to herself.
I just had an idea, too. On the way to the school, we'll stop by the outpatient clinic and we'll get some blood drawn for a test.
Okay. Good idea. Thank you for telling me I'm not being a worrywart.
Parents are allowed to be worrywarts. Just, don't be too surprised when you see Felicia, because she is hanging by a thread. I'll see you.
Everybody keeps acting like I'm the one who's sick.
It's because you're bearing the brunt of this. I remember what it was like for me when Lucas was in with the ketoacidosis, and it took all of the courage I could muster.
I don't have any courage left.
Oh, yes, you do. You would have run out of here screaming down the halls already. Instead, you're here. You're calming Maxie, you're asking questions, and you're doing what needs to be done.
I am screaming.
I know. I just heard that Mac went to locate Frisco.
Yes. I don't think he's going to have any luck.
Any luck finding him or persuading him to come? I'm sorry, honey. I just feel like it's another thing for you to have to deal with.
I'll deal with it.
Who are you?
My name is Mac.
Who is Mac?
He's looking for Diego.
And what do you want with Diego?
You know, if my sorority sisters could see me right now, they'd say, why, Maggie May, you have all the luck. And I say, honey, luck has nothing to do with it.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I was pretty damn lucky I went into the bar when I did.
Ooh, yes, you were. Oh, may I please have a little bit more champagne?
But your glass is still full.
Yeah, well, so it is, isn't it? There.
I do like a woman who can hold her liquor.
Well, that's me, all right. You have any crackers or anything?
Are you hungry? Shall I call room service?
I'm famished. I'm famished. Okay, what's fast? What do you think?
I am.
You are such a card, Jack. Let's have lobster.
Fine. Hello, send 2 lobsters up here and another bottle of champagne. Dessert, or shall we just see how things go?
No, dessert.
That'll be all, thank you. Now, where were we?
You were telling me all about your life history.
No, I want to hear about yours. Let me guess now. You're from Memphis.
Why, yes.
Well, I know Memphis well.
Oh, well, it's got a lot of friendly people, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you know, I haven't been there in a long time, so I'm sure it's probably changed a whole lot since I've been there. After junior college, I went to beauty school. And now I work as a cosmetic distribution company as one of the representatives. It covers the whole South, just me.
That's impressive. More champagne?
No. Now you have to tell me about your line of work.
I never talk about myself.
Oh, Jack, you're so interesting.
No, you're far more interesting than I am.
You know that's so nice of you to say so. People say that I have lots of personality. That's why I'm here. That is why I am here. You know, I've never been on a vacation my entire life. This is the first one ever. And I won a contest. I am Employee of the Year. That's why I came down here. I won a trip for two to the Caribbean.
You said you came alone. You were here alone.
Well, I'd be doggone if I was just going to pass up an opportunity like this just because I didn't have a husband or a boyfriend or anything.
Think how that would have cramped your style. We wouldn't be sitting here getting better acquainted with you.
That's true. You know, when I've been doing all this talking, you know. Now, why don't you just tell me just a little bit about yourself?
I like to do my talking afterwards, if you know what I mean. You know, May, this vacation you're going to remember for the rest of your...
That's exactly what I'm beginning to think myself. Oh, no.
Ah! Ow! Ah! Oh, get out.
I am so sorry, Jack. Darling, I got so carried away. I just
Don't worry,
forgot all about the champagne.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, what a mess I made.
I don't need all these clothes anyway.
Uh-huh.
So, they said we won this prize, and they moved us to the nicest hotel room in the whole place. And it wasn't even like a room. It was more like a solarium with glass walls, and we could see deer grazing right outside our room. And we would lie in bed, and the moonlight was everywhere. And we were counting the stars and the food. Oh, BJ, the food was so wonderful, and we could order anything we wanted for free. And you know what your mother ordered for breakfast? Guess.
Cornflakes?
Bingo. She turned down a caviar omelet for cornflakes. Can you believe that? Only your mother would do that.
I like cornflakes, too.
Wait a minute. I just remembered something for BJ.
Wow!
Now quit that, you sugar. You're welcome.
This is the
I
best.
miss you, kiddo.
I miss you, too.
No jumping on the bed, though.
How does it work?
Turn it on underneath. Click it on just for a minute and see. I'll show you. Isn't that neat? It's a bit like the room that we had, that incredible room, except, well, we didn't have snow, but you should have seen this place. Let me turn it off here. And when they weren't letting us look at the moonlight and count the stars and feeding us, they were pampering us because we had massages, mud baths, yuck, and salt rubs.
You mean like the salt that we eat?
No, like the salt that we try not to eat in this family, but it was different. It was coarse. It was like gravel. And they rub this on your body, and then it takes the skin off.
Daddy, didn't that hurt?
No, it sounds disgusting, but honestly, it just felt sort of wonderful for me and Mommy. So, you want to tell me about your open house at the school tonight? Anything special I need to know? You still like Mrs. Farnsworth?
She is the best.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I was never that well-disposed toward my second grade teacher. You know what? I bet I probably wasn't a very good student either. By the way, we're going to stop by the hospital and get a special blood test, you and me.
Why?
Just to figure out why we're such unique folks, I guess. It's not a really big deal.
Are you doing this too?
I'm going to go first.
Can we visit Cousin Maxie?
No, not today. Maxie feels pretty lousy, actually, but you know what we could do is we could make her something.
Like a picture for her room?
That's it, exactly. We could do the brownstone. You could draw the brownstone and have everybody, like, looking out the windows at her. In fact, let me take an instant picture of you, and that way we'll give it to Maxie, and she'll think that you're right in the room while you're with her, okay?
Okay.
Can I have
Company, right?
Company, that's right. Can I have your beautiful smile? One, two, three.
Honey, the longer Tiff is in there, the more likely it is that Frank's gonna nail her.
In more ways than one.
No kidding. Pickens must have been slim. In prison? Why did the Donnellys have to get involved in this?
I think that Tiffany found out that Sean was following us, and she probably thought she could intercede in some way.
Yeah, and get a big scoop for her 7 o'clock news. You saw that video camera.
Yeah, but we can talk her out of that. The most important thing is that we get her out of Frank's clutches now.
Oh, that's easier said than done. Honey, he was sniffing around her like a bloodhound on a lean chicken. Nothing short of fire would keep it from...
Do we dare?
Why not?
We could just pull that thing?
Where there's smoke, there should be fire. Piece of cake.
Are you sure this won't really hurt anybody?
No, sweetheart. As soon as we get it smoking, we'll hit the fire alarm. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, you ready?
Yeah.
Go. Smile.
When I said no
Peggy,
dessert,
Meg.
I meant no dessert.
Peggy, Meg.
No,
Stand
Jack,
still.
please. What did you do? What did you do?
Nation! Ándale, ándale, fuego, fuego! Ándale, fuego! Ándale, fuego! Ándale, ándale, fuego, fuego!
Did you get a report from the transplant team?
Yes, I did.
Is it bad news?
Well, Maxie has been accepted in the program, providing that we can clear up her pneumonia and providing that we can find a heart donor for her.
But something's wrong.
Do you want me to go? No. Look, Felicia, you know that they have done extensive blood typing with Maxie.
Don't tell me something else is wrong with her.
No, her blood is fine. Hemoglobin is good. The white count is adequate. But they have found a very rare recessive blood factor. It's called small p.
How rare?
Well, less than 1% of the population has this blood type. It just means finding a heart donor is going to be that much more critical.
It's hopeless.
No, it's not. No, it is not hopeless. It's just going to be a little more difficult, but it isn't hopeless. Look, the good thing is that she is on the team, and she can go on the active UNOS list just as soon as we can clear up her lungs.
The odds?
The odds are tough.
It's going to take a miracle.
Well, that's... We'll have to get a miracle.
And there is one more thing that you have to consider.
What?
Well, obviously now, Maxie's blood is in short supply. The National Blood Bank does have frozen small pea blood available, but we don't know if it's going to be enough for a heart transplant.
What about my blood?
Oh, certainly have you tested?
Tony's having himself tested this evening, along with BJ.
Well, if it's hereditary, maybe Frisco will be a match.
Yeah.
So then Maxie's life may depend on Mac finding Frisco and bringing him home.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. What do you want with Diego?
What's going on?
You almost missed the execution.
Tonight, know anyone taking the SATs on Saturday? Get simple tips that will help them score better. Watch and you'll understand on ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.